Hello and a good morning, good afternoon and a very good evening to you all the good and wonderful people of the tube. Hope all today, hope you're feeling grand and always well in your world. Hello there everybody. So I hope you're feeling better than I am. I'm full of cold, but this guitar is cheering me up. People of the tube, please say hello to my 1959 Strat replica. Just look at it. Just look how ridiculous this thing is. So, look at that finger wear. Look how cool this thing looks. And again, hopefully you can kind of see in the diffuser, like, all the checking. It's absolutely stunning. So, this guitar came about because last year, me and Queenie went to ATB Guitars in Cheltenham. And they kindly, very graciously invited us to go and play whatever we wanted to play. And the standout guitar for me on that day, and in general, they had some amazing guitars in there, but the standout guitar for me was a 1959 Fender Strat. Maple neck, single ply scratch plate, 3-tone sunburst. Exactly like this. And I just fell in love with that guitar. Now, I didn't have £26,000 to buy it, and never will. So I was like, right, well, I need to get a replica of that. So I need a 59. And yes, 59 Strats invariably have rosewood fingerboards. It's the first year of the slab board, but early 59s are still maple necked with single ply guard and 3-tone sunburst. And that is the look I wanted because that's what this guitar was. And it just resonated with me. It just spoke to me. I ended up doing a video with that guitar. ATB very kindly let me go back and do like a whole, just a play. I just was able to play that thing and film it, which, again, extraordinarily grateful to ATB for that because it's just, so many people who own these vintage instruments do not let you go near them, especially not play them, and so for ATB to let me do that, forever grateful. So I was like, I do apologise about the sniffling, people of the tube. I can't help it at this point in time. Anyway, I was like, I need a replica. So, end of last year, I reached out to my good friend Scott at Golden Era Guitars. Link to this in the description box below. Link to Scott in the description box below. Who's a genius. Absolute genius at getting these vintage these new guitars to look like vintage guitars. He's mind-blowing. He did my Fender ST62. He also did the scratch players on my ST62. And I reached out to him and I said, could you do a 3-tone sunburst 59 burst spec body and a relict maple neck? And he was like, yes, of course I can. And it took a long time to achieve because, again, the man's a genius and, you can't rush stuff like this. You really can't. And I was like, counting the days even though there wasn't any. But anyway, the guitar came back a couple months ago now. So I'm filming this in March. This video isn't coming out till June because I've got a backlog of videos because, again, I'll just film and film and film. And this guitar came back in, well, the neck and the body turned up, I think, February of this year. And I immediately put it together, and here we go. I'll talk through what's in it in a sec. But as soon as I took it out, I was like, Scott nailed it. It's exactly what I wanted. The burst is perfect. Scott's the only person I know, actually, who gets the Fender bursts correct. Like the old way the bursts go. Not even Fender get it right anymore, in my opinion. The old ones had a certain look about them, and Scott's the only person who can actually nail it, in my opinion. Like, I'm going to say, if you can kind of see here, the way with the red is and the amber bit and then the black, it's just absolutely incredible. And then the back as well. And you can see, I don't know how he does this, but you can see like where the back plate would have been. It's incredible. And again, the fretboard wear is incredible. All the neck is lacquer checked. I doubt how... Oh, you might be able to see that. You might be able to see the lacquer checking on the neck. The fretboard is all checked up as well. Again, I need to do this on the camera that focuses. But it's just incredible. And the neck is it's not a dead ringer for the 59, but it is definitely a 50 style neck. It's quite a chunky beast. You can see it's quite a big beast, but it's so comfortable. It's just incredible. I love it to bits. And it's got rolled. This guitar feels like it is over 60 years old, people of the tube. It really does. It feels really played in. Yeah, it's a brand new guitar. It's absolutely incredible. It really is. So let's go through from top to bottom what we got on this guitar. So it's all, like I say, it's all finished in nitro. So it will just continue to age. It will fade. It will chip more. The fretboard wear will increase. I can guarantee that because I'm going to play it. The back of the neck is lacquered at this point in time, apart from like bits like the top here and the bottom. But that will continue because it's the old lacquer. It's very, very thin. It just, you look at it and it falls off. So let's go from a headstock. So we have a period correct butterfly tree, string tree there. I have replica Kluson Deluxe machine heads on here that are kind of correct. They don't have the steel bushing on the inside. They're just plastic. But they actually have the right lettering on the back of the machine heads because I'm geeking out with this guitar basically. So that's that. It's a bone nut that is kind of aged and dirty. I don't know how we'll be able to see that. And I say everything's aged as well. The machine heads are aged and everything. The machine heads, the string tree, and a couple other parts are actually from crazy parts in Germany, and they've come off the John Strat, my Oswald John Strat, and I'll talk a bit more about that in a sec. So coming down the neck, you do have big frets on this guitar. They're very big, but I really like them. They feel great. But the neck on this thing is to absolutely die for. Like I say, it is a big neck. It does fill your hand, but it's amazing. It's a C-shaped neck as well. It's not a V or anything like that. It's a C-shaped neck, and it's so comfy. It's ridiculous. I couldn't tell you what the frets are. I do apologise. But they're very nice, and they are quite big. They're not quite jumbo frets, but they are very big. Okay, moving on to the body. So the strap buttons are just standard strap buttons. So the tremolo system in this thing, I've got 4 springs in this trem because it just works really well. And also this trem is the first guitar I've had in ages that makes me want to set the guitar up to wibble. So do that. And none of my other guitars really do that, and this is the first guitar I've played in a long time, nearly ever, that actually makes me want to have the tremolo. So it's really loose. I still can't pull up on the bar because I don't like that. All I can do is go down. But because it's so kind of like, it's so perfect to this guitar, this tremolo unit, it just feels great. So the tremolo unit is a Crazy Parts replica tremolo of an old 50s, 60s Fender. It's a steel block. It's not 100% accurate, but it feels great. And this tremolo unit was originally on my John Strat, my Oswald John Frusciante Strat, which is over there in the rack. And this tremolo never liked that guitar, and that guitar never liked this tremolo unit. So I got a new one. I got a Goto tremolo unit for the John Strat, and this one came in here, went in here, and it was literally, I bought this tremolo for this guitar. I just didn't know that when I bought it. It's really strange. So it's amazing tremolo. Absolutely love it to bits. Feels great. Looks perfect on this guitar as well. I don't know how well you'll be able to see it, Pikachu, but it just matches the way this guitar looks so well. It's a standard jack socket, it's not anything special, but it is tarnished as well. I do apologise about the sniffling. I know it's absolutely disgusting. Standard backplate with sticker residue on there because again, bit more worn. Okay, now it's a single ply scratch plate on this guitar, and the actual guard itself was my friend Marjo's from France. This was the original guard off pick guard off her red Strat, which I have demoed, and she very kindly gave me this because she didn't like the single ply guard. So that's finally found a home as well, which I'm really, really happy about. Okay, so now here is where the secret comes in. I'm just gonna have to blow my nose, Pikachu, because it's getting disgusting. I'll be back in a sec. Okay, so hopefully I might ward off the sniffling for a sec. So for the first time ever, people with YouTube, I'm not going to tell you what pickups are in this guitar. It's a secret. You can see them there. They are vintage style. They got the staggered pole pieces, but the entire wiring harness on this guitar, I'm just not going to tell you what it is because I'm horrible like that. But no, it's going to be a secret, Pikachu. This is going to be my little secret guitar. I've told you everything that I can. but the rest is a secret. But the pickups, the pots, it's got a 5-way selector switch in it as well. That probably will change at some point for a 3-way, but at this point in time, it is a 5-way. But it's all secret at this point in time. The pickups and everything like that. And you know, so its voice is mysterious. But yeah. Anyway, PeopleTube, there you go. That's it. It's simple as can be. I'll say 4 springs in this guitar as well. The 4 springs just seem to feel great. I did initially have 5, just to try, see what it was like. I put 3 in, 3 didn't really work. 5 felt a bit too stiff and uptight. And then I took 1 out, funny enough, yesterday, and the guitar was just even more perfect. I mean, it was already perfect from a get-go, but the way that tremolo feels is insane. And it rings. It really does ring. I mean, I've got plectrum here, but... And these aren't new strings anymore, PeopleTube, either. These are old strings on this thing now. And yeah, I did that. Because I wanted something on the headstock. The headstock was totally blank, but I wanted to do something on the headstock to make it just kind of stick out a bit more. So it's 1959, my initials, and then the year it was made, which is 2023. And then there's one on the back as well. But yeah, this guitar is absolutely stunning. I'm going to give you a bit of I'll probably end up doing like a close-up video of this guitar at some point, PeopleTube. Just let you see it, like, you know, up close and personal, because it's absolutely incredible. Let me do a flyby again for you. But yeah. Anyway. And the burst is just perfect. That is exactly the sunburst I wanted on this guitar. And again, like I say, Scott's the only person I know who can actually who gets the bursts right on these old Fenders. Like, my SD62 is so correct, it's terrifying. And again, this guitar is incredible. And again, when you play it, it feels like a worn-in guitar. It really does. It feels played in. Doesn't feel new. Does not feel new. It's incredible. And also, if you look at the fret dots on the side, you can see they're kind of like darkened, like, you know, they're like smudged almost. Scott's attention to detail is incredible, and again, I cannot recommend him enough. Sniffling's coming back. Anyway, PeopleTube, I'm going to shut up now and let you hear this thing. Today's jam songs is just one song, and because I'm feeling a bit naff and under the weather, it's not as long as I would like it to be, but hopefully you'll enjoy it. And again, I think I can't go too crazy, but again, we'll do a revisit on this guitar at some point, and we'll go a bit more crazy. But I hope you enjoyed the noise this thing makes. So yeah, PeopleTube, there you go. That's the 1959 replica Strat, and it's just stunning, absolutely stunning. Thank you so much to Scott at Golden Era Guitars for doing this and making this actually a reality, because again, the man's a genius, and he just gets it right. Knows what he's doing, even down to the dowel holes, the wood holes in the body. It's terrifying. They're all there. I don't know if you'll be able to see them actually. Maybe if I get I don't know if you can see the dowel rod hole. No, you probably can't. But everything's like accurate. It's terrifying. Anyway, hope you enjoy the noises this thing's gonna make. Like I say, the voice of this guitar is a secret. But look at that, it's like chopping my head off. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the noises this thing makes, and I'll see you again very soon for another video. PeopleTube, have a great morning, afternoon, good evening. If you like the vids I do here, please consider becoming a patron at Patreon. Links to that are down there in the description box. Links for Scott down there in the description box. Links to my Bandcamp are in the description box as well, so you can go listen to me music. Other than that, thank you so much indeed for watching. I'll see you again. Goodbye now. Have a good one, and feel better than I do.